In section 5.3, we are looking at circular motion and converting revolutions or rotations per minute into linear and angular speeds. Hopefully this brings back lots of memories from chem and dimensional analysis. So your notes have a section for formulas for linear speed and angular speed. We don't need new formulas. We just need the conversion factors. Linear speed is where we're looking at converting to like miles per hour or a distance. One revolution then, our conversion factor for linear speed, is that one revolution is 2 pi r units, the circumference, or we could just write it as pi d if it gives us the diameter as well. But the circumference of that circle is one revolution. In an angle measure, one revolution is 2 pi radians. So our angular speed uses the conversion factor of one revolution being 2 pi radians. The rest of those conversion factors would be good ones to write down in your notes if you don't know them really well. So if we look at the examples in questions 1 through 4, number 1 and number 3 ask us to find the linear speed. So the key thing is identifying where we want to end up. I want to end up in inches per minute. So my distance is in the numerator and my time is in the denominator. It gives me 125 revolutions per minute to start. So I'm going to set up a fraction that says I make 125 revolutions per 1 minute. I need to convert revolutions into inches. I'm already in minutes in my denominator. To convert revolutions to inches, I can use our conversion factor that one revolution is 2 pi times the radius in units. And it gives us that our radius was 14 inches. When we type that in our calculator, it'd be nice for these to give an exact and an approximate answer, but the approximate answer is the only one I really need. 125 times 2 times 14 would be 3,500 pi. And again, we're in inches per minute, or about 3,500 pi gives us 10,995.6 inches per minute. The only difference in number 2 is we want to be in radians per minute. So we're using our other conversion factor. So we want to end up in radians per minute. I still start with 125 revolutions per 1 minute. But this time, one revolution is just 2 pi radians. 125 times 2 is 250 pi radians per minute, which is about 785.4 radians per minute. And 3 and 4 are pretty much the same thing. This time, though, it gives us the diameter of 120 millimeters. So we say our radius would be half of that, or 60 millimeters. And it rotates at 45 revolutions per minute. If I want to end up in millimeters per minute, I'm starting with 45 revolutions in 1 minute. And I know one revolution the circumference of that circle, if you just wanted to use 120 pi for pi d, or 2 pi times 60 millimeters for 2 pi r, either way is perfectly okay to think about it. And then when we type that in our calculator, we end up with exactly 5,400 pi millimeters per minute, which is about 16,964.6. And our last question, in radians per minute, still starting with 45 revolutions in 1 minute. This time, though, 1 revolution is just 2 pi radians. So when we put that and say 45 times 2 pi, so we get exactly 90 pi radians per minute, which in our calculator should be about 282.7 radians per minute. So then if we take a look at some conversions that are just a little more complex, a few more steps. So again, looking at example 5, we just have more conversions to get to our final answer. So 16-inch diameter, the radius then is 8 inches, and it's making 500 revolutions per minute. We want to end up this time, though, in miles per hour. So determining where you want to end up is a good place to start, so we know the distance is in the numerator and the time is in the denominator. So when we write our 500 revolutions per minute, we know we have 500 revolutions in 1 minute. So we have to convert revolutions this time all the way to miles and minutes into hours. It does not matter which of those we tackle first. So if we look at time first, I need minutes in the numerator to cancel. And what I know is I know there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So now we are in per hour. Continuing, if we want to get revolutions into miles, we can use our circumference to say that 1 revolution is 2 pi r, 2 pi times 8 inches. So now I'm in inches per hour. And then back to our conversion factors that told us that there are 12 inches in a foot and 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So that we are in miles per hour. The big thing here is just making sure you're going to type that in your calculator correctly. So if we're multiplying everything on the numerator, 500 times 60 times 2 pi times 8 divided by, I need to divide by both the 12 and the 5,280. So either I have to hit divided by 12 and then divided by 5,280 again, or I could divide by, in parentheses, 12 times 5,280. If your calculator lets you make it look like a fraction, then you don't have to worry about that. Numerator stuff on top, denominator stuff on bottom. Make sure when you practice typing that in your calculator, it gives you about 23.8 miles per hour. And the same idea for number 6. Our circular saw blade has a diameter of 9 inches, so the radius is 4.5 inches, or again, we could always use just pi d for circumference, so we don't need to find the radius. And it rotates at 2,800 revolutions per minute. Find the angular speed of the blade in radians per second. So I'm trying to end up with radians per second. So our time unit is still in the denominator. So my minutes, I have 2,800 revolutions per 1 minute. To convert minutes into seconds, I know 1 minute is 60 seconds. So I have my denominator into seconds where I want to be, but I need to change my numerator yet into radians. So our conversion factor was that 1 revolution was 2 pi radians. And that put us into radians per second. And when you type that in your calculator, make sure you know how to type it in so that you end up with about 293.2 radians per second. And then in number 7, a windmill has blades that are 14 feet long. The blades of the are actually the radius of the windmill. Right, the blades attached to the center. If the windmill is rotating at 5 revolutions per second, we want to find the linear speed of the tips of the blades in miles per hour. So if I want to end up in miles per hour, and I'm starting in revolutions per second, I have my 5 revolutions in 1 second. I need to convert seconds to hours this time. So I'm going to start by 60 seconds in 1 minute and 60 minutes in 1 hour. If you remembered that there were 3,600 seconds in 1 hour and want to go straight from seconds to hours, that's okay too. So I have my denominator in hours. So per hour, we're set there. Now I need to convert my numerator, instead of revolutions, into miles. So using my circumference, I know 1 revolution is 2 pi times 14 feet. And then feet into miles, there were 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Making sure you're taking the time to practice typing it in your calculator so that we end up with 299.9 miles per hour. Your notes have a section for a new formula again, but we don't need a new formula. Looking at new formulas for things that we can do, continuing to use just this idea of dimensional analysis and conversion factors, right, seems like a waste of memory space because it's not any more efficient. So if you want to write the formulas down, you certainly can. We're just not going to use them as we look at those last 2 examples. In problem 8, a ceiling fan with a 25-inch blade rotates at 40 RPM, revolutions per minute, or rotations per minute. Find the linear speed of the tips of the blade in feet per second. So we want to end up in feet per second. I have to start that I have 40 revolutions in 1 minute. How can I convert that to feet per second? Well, minutes to seconds, 1 minute is 60 seconds. And I have my denominator in seconds. And then into feet, 1 revolution, if we use our circumference, is 2 pi times 25 inches. And to convert inches into feet, we know there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And noticing we are in feet per second, which is where we wanted to end up. So taking the time to type it in your calculator, make sure we get about 8.7 feet per second. And the last one, Ryan's riding a bicycle whose wheels are 28 inches in diameter. So we know the radius is 14 inches. If the wheels rotate at 130 revolutions per minute, find the linear speed in miles per hour. So I'm going to start with my 130 revolutions in 1 minute. Convert minutes to hours. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So I'm in hours. And then if I convert revolutions into miles, starting by using my circumference, 1 revolution is either pi d, so 28 pi, or 2 pi times 14 inches. And then inches to feet, we have 12 inches in 1 foot. And finally, feet to miles, there were 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So we ended up in miles per hour. And making sure when you type that in your calculator that we know how to type it in, so it tells us we end up with 10.8 miles per hour. Questions yet on any of the conversion factors? Make sure you're asking. Otherwise, go ahead and try those practice.